This is True Crime Tuesday.
Oh shit. SO389 dispatch. I've located the body. The scene's about 50 yards on a trail.
This lone cop just discovered
it's always Dr. Insanity. I always watch Dr. Insanity. That's just what it is.
What is that?
I watch a lot of Ewu as well.
Sounds like it's heading this way.
They should have Name It Killer Plays Among Us. IRL. Yeah, for real.
10-4, signal 7. Please send another unit to my location.
What he doesn't know yet is that the lifeless man in front of him has been tortured for hours by the twisted man hiding in this very forest.
Oh lord. Imagine us being like, oh yeah, he's like right there or something.
There's a little eyeball right here. There's some creepy shit right here. Smell this right? You don't smell gas right here? Yeah. Are they gonna torch him? I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. There's something moving around back this way.
What have you done? I moved for a minute, and then my model started tweaking.
It's December 23rd, 2022, and Officer Azure has just received a 911 call from a distraught man reporting that he's found his best friend's lifeless body in the middle of the Lake Jackson forest. Officer Azure, along with a group of first responders, quickly arrive at the scene.
That's my friend, man. Okay, y'all stay right there.
Here they encounter Jamie, the 911 caller, and his best friend Robert, both of whom urgently want to show the officer where their dead friend is. Considering the serious circumstances, Officer Azure decides to follow Robert into the forest despite being alone.
Model became sentient for real. For real.
Just give me a minute.
I'm surprised it's not tripped out again.
Take a look. 361 if you want to come down, and 56 for the events in the back. I'm headed down to the scene. We're gonna go back that way about 50 yards. Okay.
It's like right. So when my model loses tracking, is it scary? Because I just end up sitting here like. I'm trying to do the face, but I can't do the face. Is it creepy? I don't know if it's creepy or not. I just know that like her mouth just stays open. She's just like kind of weird.
I walked over the bridge. Yeah. Knife was laying on the ground. There's no blood on it. Did you touch the knife? I did pick up the knife. Okay. Well, we're gonna need to get fingerprints from you. Okay. No problem. I walked by the tarp.
I figure maybe she's training for something. What do you mean? Oh.
I walked by the tarp and goes, "What's that?" And he picked the tarp up with his sticky gun in his hand. And James was laying there face down, and I dropped the knife and we left. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to need to get a very detailed statement from you, okay? Yes, sir. Just because... I understand. Well, the thing is...
Right, so this officer's going alone into the woods with a guy who said that he's found a body. First off, surely you'd need to, like, have somebody with you, right? And be like, oh, this is a crime scene. We should do stuff. We should wait for people, blah, 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 blah. If somebody's like obviously definitely dead, wouldn't you wait? I don't know. I think this guy is kind of suspicious, a little bit suspicious. It could just be a genuine friend, like your friend has just found him, but I don't know why you would be in the woods and then you found your friend. I don't really know.
I'm not accusing you of anything, but you have to be ruled out. You see what I'm saying? 100%.
At this point, the officer can't yet confirm Robert's
to go
story,
home.
but with a
Oh,
dead
yeah.
body
For sure.
reported, he has no choice but to push deeper into the woods. However, alone with a suspicious man he's just met and a killer who could be lurking nearby, the officer knows he must proceed with extreme.
Is bro just walking? Is this Robert, right? Is he just walking through with no flashlight, or is it just me? Because I know the officer has one, but does this guy have, or is he just trailing? Does he just know his way around the forest that well?
Caution.
You just hang on down right
okay,
here.
Wait, he's got a little. Is he using his phone? Is he using anything?
Yeah, right here, playing. Oh shit. Okay. And then you please look in that back stand, please. All right.
I would not have been surprised if like he got attacked, like this officer got like stabbed in the back or something.
Okay, just hang out there for me, okay?
Jamie was telling the truth. Wrapped inside the tarp is the body of James Leyendecker. He's lying naked in a pool of his own blood, covered in cuts and scrapes. Realizing the severity of the situation, Officer Azure...
Half the time it's someone that you know, though. Half the time the killer is someone that you know. And has some kind of close relation to you. That happens a lot. You know, it's like kind of like when somebody dies, they kind of like look at their spouse like pretty much like immediately.
Immediately instructs Jamie to head back while he investigates further. That's when Officer Azure begins to hear some unsettling noises.
I'm not sure if it's a person or I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. Sounds like it's heading this way.
It's got a whole lot more creepier.
Fortunately for Officer Azure, backup arrived just in time, providing some relief from whatever might have been lurking in the forest.
Yeah, for real. I don't know if I could go in there alone with just some random guy, knowing full well there's a body waiting for me at some point.
I mean, there's nothing for y'all to check.
Fuck, I would not like to. Yeah, for.
All right, we got.
And even just the tent on its own is just creepy fucking looking. Let alone a fucking, but even the forest, the trees look creepy as shit. Not gonna lie, like it's dark as well.
Knife right here, body here, tents, whole camp spread up back here. We've also got one outstanding.
What the hell are you talking about?
There's 2 people who live in this camp.
And one's not here?
And one's outstanding at the moment.
2 people that live in the camp. How about the 2 people who are claiming to be friends of the dead person that's just laying on the fucking floor? How about that? Maybe this is their camp. How about that? Plot twist. Wouldn't be much of a plot twist, really. If I kind of guessed it. I don't know. Hello, Wen. Hello. How you doing? I would be where... Eh? I'd be where other TV yeah, throw in the middle of the woods. Just have cameras stuck up in the middle of the woods. When we're watching some scary stuff, okay? Lots of true crime stuff, okay? You might not like this, okay? Pre-warning. Don't be here if you don't want to see some shit. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But it is dark themed, so.
Did you find the knife?
Yeah.
I got a knife right here.
No blood on it, though.
Well, there's something right there.
You know, I
But-
thought I grabbed a mint,
Hey,
but I ended up
you still
grabbing
got
like a
those 2 guys
toffee
who
thing.
flew up front?
Yeah, they're standing
Kind of
right
wanted a
for us.
mint.
Good, because
Now I
the
regret
one
it.
that led me back touched the knife, so we need to get his prints and a statement off him. The other one touched the tarp. They found out what was going on and they
They're
took
just
off.
covering it up. They're like,
That's
oh
it.
yeah, I touched
And
it. Oh yeah.
He's the only one back here.
Well, I got the name of the person that he was arguing with at 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so, and I've got what looks like maybe his clothes right over there. So he's naked, and there's some clothes right there on the fire.
As medical staff arrives and examines the body more closely, they observe a brutal manner of death, blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and something even more disturbing, gasoline, found in James's lungs and stomach.
I'd be like, how long has the body been there for? And I'd kind of want to like try to see if like there's any like clothes laying around with blood on them or blood anywhere, because like I would hope that these I don't know, I would be not very shocked if it's actually these 2 guys who reported it. I would make sure they have no wounds on them or something, because this guy is a full-grown man. You'd think that he'd somehow fight back in some way, so I would hope that he'd have some DNA on him somewhere, you know. Could just be me. I love listening to the narrator. I do too. They should learn from you. Huh? Where are the pigs? Oh, yeah. Where I was like, oh, what do you mean? No, but then I'm also like, in my brain, I was kind of like, if you're gonna try to burn clothes, why would you not try to burn the body? Because that, in my opinion, is going to make it A, harder to identify the body, and B, just like, it would probably just get rid of most of the body, you know? I just don't understand why. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading it too much. Maybe these people are just like innocent and it genuinely is just their friend. But it's just suspicious, you know? Like, apparently there's 2 people in this camp, and then 2 people just happened to be like, oh yeah, we found a body in the middle of the woods.
Detectives are left with a burning question. Why would a victim have gasoline inside him?
Oh, they're probably going to
However,
torch him from the inside
this
out.
would be only one of the many disturbing details officers uncover at the scene.
It is torture. He was tortured for hours, so.
Hey, Seth, take a look at this for me. What is that? Is that just soot weared off on that, or? I mean, it looks awful shiny.
Where he has been stabbed, just from what I can see. But he is butt naked, face down on a tarp with his upper torso covered, so definitely not. And definitely somebody put him here. So I don't know what his face looks like. If he was stabbed in the neck or the face, the blood may be hidden by the tarp. I'm not seeing any obvious blood. Apparently the witness picked up the knife, and the knife has like a rosy string around it. Oh, there's blood on it. Yeah, the tarp's brown, but there's blood all over the tarp, like blood splatter.
It looks like, I mean, he was moved post-mortem. You can tell by the way he was
Oh,
dragged.
he's got his fucking leaf in his ass crack.
Yeah. That's hollow down below, you see that? Yeah. That's crazy.
Almost looks like they're carving Odin. Missing the one eye. You see that?
Fucking nuts. Artistic.
They were going to torch something.
Oh, they had to cut that with a chainsaw, right? And it looks like, yeah.
By now, officers were certain they had a murder on their hands. The injuries to the body.
I'm sorry, but if you couldn't tell that this was a murder, like, pretty much, like, straight off the bat, then it's like, I don't know.
The
I don't
bloody
know.
knife and the presence of gasoline all point to one thing. This wasn't just a killing, but a calculated act where the victim had likely been tortured for hours.
1 hour.
With this in
So the
mind,
body was found.
officers would return to question Jamie, the man who had originally called 911. And what Jamie reveals would soon lead investigators directly to the killer.
So maybe these people are just genuinely innocent and I was reading too much into it, but it is suspicious. I would be immediately suspicious of these 2, and I definitely would not. I just wandered off with one of them on my own. But I guess I'm also a girl, so maybe I definitely wouldn't do that just even due to that fact alone. But
Speak again with Jamie, one of the eyewitnesses, and he would provide them with their biggest lead yet.
So I heard arguing and stuff. So I go through the woods, go to this camp.
So you
I
left.
all back to the camp because, you know,
Right.
homeless people argue all the time about dumb shit. It's been a while now, and I haven't heard anything from James or
well, the guy did
anybody
give up
over
his
there.
print. Yeah, but like he was told that in the middle of the woods. Like he's already dragging this cop out there, you know. But then it's also, you could just be like, hey, yeah, my prints are gonna be on these things, you know. That could be an attempt to cover it up and kind of be like, oh yeah, I don't know why there's nobody else's prints on it and just mine. But you know,
So I go over there to me and my friend that's with
The other
officer
deputy.
now.
I'm like, what's your alibi?
Right?
What's
So
your
when I
alibi?
walk, get
Where
to a
were you?
certain
What were you
point, I
doing
see a
before this?
tarp
You know.
laying there beside this tree, which is never there. I
And
flip over
inside
the
is-
tarp is I don't even know if it's James or
All right. Well, we're gonna get it figured out, okay? Do you know James' last name?
Do
Do you know James's last name?
No, ma'am.
No.
I'm talking about the person who did this,
36.
because I know who it is. Dusty McDonald. It lives right up.
There you are, guys. This piece of shit on screen apparently dead up. Keller's already know. This is kind of crazy. We've watched 2 now, and they've pretty much been like immediately identified as the killer.
He just got the complaint this morning. Man come down there with a hatchet, threatening, chopping shit up. Called it in, sheriff's department. They come over, they talked to him, they told him that they're gonna go over and talk to him and just stay away.
And James is the one who called.
No, ma'am.
Who called this morning? Rick. Okay. Do you know
Rick
Rick's
is
last
the one
name?
who stays there.
Okay.
No, ma'am, but Rick is the one who
Rick.
stays there. James is a friend of everybody's, but
So I
he was
should be
staying
able
up there
to
with
find out
Dusty.
by his name.
According to Jamie, a man named Dusty McDonald had attacked another man, Rick, with a hatchet earlier that day. Police were called but were unable to locate or confront Dusty at the time. While this incident was concerning, it wasn't enough on its own to establish Dusty as a primary suspect. Until nearly every witness interviewed pointed to him as well. Eventually, officers had gathered enough statements to justify bringing Dusty in for questioning. All they needed now was to find him. As police began searching for Dusty, other officers on scene would sit down with the two 911 callers to piece together a timeline. According to them, the day had started with unsettling signs that something was off.
Okay. We both went down there. We live right here. Okay. We wanted to go check on our family. He's wrapped up in his tarp.
Okay. Sir,
we came back and
I heard arguing earlier, right?
We know who was down there, sir.
Arguing.
Okay.
So I walked down through the woods. I seen Dusty have James on the ground. He was saying, you shouldn't talk shit about this and that. You know what I'm saying? I heard, like, oh, they just getting shit up, you know what I mean? But I never hear nothing from over there no more. I'm like,
You know Dusty's real name or?
Dusty McDonald.
Did you say that James called them today and said, hey,
Nope, Rick.
oh, Rick called.
Rick.
And said,
James was there.
when Dusty went over there and cut his tent, was
Cut him up,
machete?
threatened with a machete,
Yeah.
cut his tent up,
Yep.
all kind of shit.
He called the police. I was there
Yep,
for that. I
called
was
the
there for
police,
that.
made a report, and the police just said, stay away from it. There's a tarp laying beside a tree that's never there, because I live here, and I took this stick and went. When I flipped it up, I seen legs.
Based on these witness accounts, officers now have a fairly detailed picture of what likely unfolded just hours
Saying
earlier.
bye to wish you an amazing day and stream. I'm in deep at work, but glad I was able to hop in. Hello, Witchy. Thank you for dropping by, and I hope work is going okay. Hope work is going okay. Also, doggos are cute.
They also have a lead suspect, Dusty McDonald, a name one of the officers happened to be familiar with.
I think they already brought up his name, but Dustin McCormick.
Yeah, Dusty.
Dusty,
Yeah, that's
su- supposedly general and some militia come down there this morning with a machete and started hacking up some of the tents because he wanted to clear the area. Said he's Signal 20 and office meds.
They said Dusty. They said Dusty's the one that's outstanding. Yeah, they said this guy Dusty left from over here by later in the evening.
By now, it was clear Dusty had likely been involved in the murder, and with Jamie and Robert's statements in hand, police began piecing together the sequence of events leading up to the brutal killing. Earlier that day, Rick, another man who lived at the camps, had called.
The only fun I'm actually having with this is just fucking saying how these people are just pieces of fucking shit. I love dissing these people. That's the only enjoyment I get out of it. You know? This is actually like really sad stuff. And I'm always like, what the actual fuck? I'm actually getting real enjoyment out of this. But also, I guess in a way, I do kind of like trying to guess like what happened. And he was suspicious. He was actually looking really suspicious, and his like story just isn't lining up. That's another part of it, I guess, in a way I kind of enjoy, but it's also just really sad to think about. So
Called 911 claiming a
got
Dusty
pins and needles
McDonald
in my
had
foot.
slashed his
Ow.
tent with a machete while searching for a man named James, even threatening him in the process. Later that afternoon, Dusty managed to find James, and witnesses reported hearing arguing from the camp. When they checked to see what was going on, they saw Dusty on top of James, wrestling and yelling. It didn't appear to be anything more than a heated argument, so they returned to their camp. However, hours would pass, and nobody had heard from James. Robert and Jamie began to worry and decided to go looking for him. And that's when they found a blue tarp covering James's lifeless body.
right, why would you not go over? You know, like, I don't know, maybe they didn't know that he'd already attacked Rick with a fucking machete or something. I don't fucking know, but like, would you not go and help your friend? Go help James if you knew that this guy potentially had attacked somebody. I don't know. Maybe they just don't know that, but surely they know the actual nature of this guy, right? I don't know. So now we have two bodies.
Nearly all witness accounts
Really?
lined up perfectly with this timeline of events, making the next
Well, I
step
guess
for
he's a
officers
killer, right?
clear: arrest Dusty and bring him in for interrogation. Fortunately, since officers had begun the work of locating him earlier that day, they already had Dusty's address. Soon after, they surrounded the house, ready to move in.
I don't know if that's him, but there's somebody.
Sheriff Office, put a knife down, man. Come on out. Come on out.
Was he just sitting there with a knife? Or just waiting for them? Even that's fucking creepy. That's fucking creepy,
Come on
man.
out. I don't have anything in my hands. Come on. Please, I don't have anything in my hands. Come on out. I'm right here, sir. Come on out. Dude, I'm right here.
Dusty?
Okay. Dude, yeah.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Dude, the man just tried to light me on fire, dude. Y'all know what happened down there. That man tried to light me on fire, man. It's all on surveillance, dude.
They have surveillance out in the middle of the woods. They have surveillance out there.
Dusty, trying to do things stupid. The dog's gonna bite you, understand? I'm not even armed, sir. Look at there. I'm not armed at all, sir. Sir, man just left my house and man tried to murder me down there and light me on fire.
Dusty's behavior would be bizarre from the start, immediately insisting that James tried to set him on fire and that the officers, quote, already know what happened down there. Whether he's trying to claim self-defense or is just completely unhinged is anyone's guess.
Sorry, walk this way, man. Yeah, dude, sir, you know what happened down there.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Dude, the man tried to light me on fire as I came.
Okay, just listen.
Okay,
We've got one side.
Okay.
That's why you need to come with us, okay? I know you are.
With the supposed killer in custody, officers concluded the disturbing on-scene investigation and began preparing for interrogation. If Dusty was their killer, given what had been done to the victim's body, it pointed to someone deeply disturbed. That suspicion would soon be confirmed. By now, Dusty had already raised serious concerns. He had slashed Rick's tent and threatened him. On top of that, multiple witnesses had just reported seeing him argue with James hours before the murder. However, despite how clear things seemed, there was one major complication. Dusty was claiming self-defense. He alleged that James had thrown gasoline on him and threatened to set him on fire. This wasn't a claim detectives could easily dismiss, especially given the distinct smell of gasoline at the scene, meaning there was a possibility he could get away with his crime. Even though it's clear who's behind the murder at this point, Dusty's story now carries a shred of credibility. Detectives have one goal: to break that story, either by disproving his self-defense claim using witness statements, or, ideally, by getting a confession. Either
Guy, are you just listening? Are you at work and you're just listening to this? Or are you actually watching? Like, watching for real? Because, like, I'm just wondering if you're working or not. You just have all of this in your ears. And you're just like, I don't know. You're listening? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you, like, are you still making that fence? Are you still working on that fence?
way, the investigation is about to get a lot more complicated. To move forward, detectives start by bringing in people from the encampment who knew Dusty well and interacted with him regularly. If Dusty had a pattern of violent behavior, these individuals were the most likely to have seen it firsthand.
My goal here is to kind of get, from your perspective, kind of what you saw, what you heard.
Well, he ain't really been fucking with me at all. I ain't never had no cross words. He's always insistent, oh, come up there and do your laundry and all that shit, you know. Come up there and get a shower. That's what it was. Come and get a shower.
So this guy must have just lost his shit within, like, hours. Like, a space of hours.
Give him $2 afterwards, you know, just a gesture.
Rick explains that Dusty often offered showers and laundry to homeless individuals in the area, sometimes charging a small fee. This catches the attention of detectives. These seemingly generous acts may be a part of a larger pattern of manipulation, a way for Dusty to assert control over the homeless community. It's a detail that could support their efforts to build a stronger case against him.
I tried my best to get along with him. You know, he had a shower that we all
Like,
use,
manipulate people and get control over them. Like, that's just fucking weird.
Stuff, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
Never, my wildest dreams did I think he was capable of murdering. That's the honest truth. I was just over there basically using his necessities like we all were. You know, we had a chance to, you know, shower, usually offered it.
That's his way of
The
making
present of
friends
home.
with us,
Yeah,
I
for
think.
real. That's what the guy
I
wanted
had
to be.
stayed with him before, and he kicked me out.
Maybe he was hoping, like, I don't know, like he could make some of them do some bad shit for him eventually or something to, like, pay him back or, I don't
I
know.
was on that, I was taking pictures of him and stuff like that with my phone, and I didn't even have a phone, man. Like, I saw you taking pictures of me with your phone. I said, I don't even have a phone. I said, you gotta go.
Or just kill him.
Wow.
Yeah, all that.
Dusty lives in a house near the homeless camps, a property owned.
It's just like, it just seems like all of this has happened in the space of like hours. So he must have seriously lost it, you know? Like, I don't know. It's just fucking weird.
By his grandfather. At first, much like Rick, Busby describes Dusty as someone who seems generous, allowing members of the homeless camp to use his home for basic amenities. As investigators continue interviewing members of the homeless community, a more troubling picture of Dusty begins to emerge. He has a history of strange and violent behavior marked by paranoia and delusions. However, officers face a challenge. The interviews so far have been too vague, highlighting patterns of behavior but lacking concrete details to build a solid case. This leads detectives back to Jamie, the original 911 caller and the person with the clearest recollection of events so far. And he's able to offer meaningful insight into who Dusty really is.
Mr. Allen, my role here in all this, it's just kind of to get from your perspective, your side of things, what you saw, what you observed.
Man came to my camp last night. I used to stay up there with him. He's a violent person.
Okay.
His papa always wanted to let me stay there because he's the one who owns the property. The reason I don't stay there is because you don't do what he says, and he gets all angry and threatens you, and he just crazy shit. I said, well,
What does he usually carry?
he got a stick this time, but he's either got a stick, a machete, or a knife. He carries like 3 or 4 knives on him. Machete, sticks.
What is a fucking
He's
knife?
like, he thinks he's Rambo.
While Dusty had a reputation as a bully who routinely harassed the homeless community, no one expected his behavior to escalate to cold-blooded murder.
Like, they're just trying to, like, fucking survive. They're trying to, like, keep themselves semi-fucking, like, okay. And this guy's like, you don't do what I say. You don't do what I tell you to do. And then he gets angry at them and loses his shit. And bro just keeps fucking knives on him like some fucking intimidating fucking asshole. What the?
His so-called generosity, offering his home for showers and
He's
laundry,
got, surely he's
masks
got
a
some
deeper
kind of
need
like
for control
mental
and
thing going on.
manipulation. The same people he claimed to help were also the ones he intimidated and threatened, revealing a warped sense of power and superiority. In the end, this contradiction
Look at this fucking guy. Look at his fucking face. Sorry, guys.
may have set the stage for the gruesome murder.
Police
When
report is
Dusty
going
was
to have
brought in for
Rambo in it at the
questioning,
moment because
his
of the joke that
demeanor
guy made.
was
Yeah, for real.
strangely
It wasn't even really a
calm. At this
joke
point,
though. Like he had him a fucking machete on him. He has fucking like 3 or 4 knives. Like, bro is quite literally just like fucking made of blades at that point. Like, how many fucking knives do you need? It's
He
crazy.
seems to believe that he is seen as a victim of an attack by this homeless man. He didn't seem like he was in his right mind at all. Detectives were hoping to learn about Dusty's side of the story, but instead were met with, well, a lot of nonsense.
You know I'm an owl, right?
You're what?
You know I'm an owl, right?
Okay.
You know what that means, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This has been a really hard day. Sir, I waived all rights a long time ago. I still have a great sense of innocence within me.
I'm just waiting him to just, like try to pull a fucking controlling game on the cops or something. I'm just waiting for it. I don't know. Bro, has the UK high defense? Eh? What? What? What?
If it ain't obvious to you this time,
Throughout
Ad
his
break, sorry, guys.
interrogation, Dusty's responses are filled with incoherent delusions and deflections. In Dusty's mind, he's
schizophrenic or
quote,
something?
an owl, constantly watched, monitored, and under surveillance. It's clear that without his medication, his schizophrenia is spiraling out of control.
And I'm handling it remarkably well.
In the case they mostly use knives, here we use. Oh yeah. I was gonna say. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, hang on, guys. Right, my model might trip out again. I might break again. Actually, how long do we have left? Okay, I'm gonna shut my window. It's actually like pretty much like storming here right now. The window keeps slamming. No wonder I was freezing my fucking ass off. I left the window open. Hee 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 hee. Okay, model not tripping out. Wow, crazy.
Jesus, man, that was some crazy shit, man. And to still be able to get us some usable.
Also, there are some gun crimes here. It's been wait. A couple of weeks ago, I know there was a guy that had a gun. Didn't do anything. Somebody reported him before he had the chance to do anything. If he was even going to do anything in the first place. But it's sort of like, you got to know people in the UK to get a gun. You got to definitely know somebody. But yeah, they tracked it down. And it was in my area as well. It's not in my exact area, but it was it was like probably like 20, 30 minutes away. But you know, there was oh, I wonder if, actually, no, I wouldn't be able to show you guys that video because you'd actually know where I actually live. Maybe I won't be able to do that. But there was a crime in my area, like a couple, I don't even know, like a decent amount of years ago. There was a guy who just freaking came out with a fucking gun and started like mowing people down. There was a lot of deaths that day. And like that shocked so many people. So many people. It's actually crazy. But this is like I live in a decently small city. This isn't even a big city. But it is pretty scary, guys. I have to admit. And I can't believe that shit happens like on the regular in America and shit. That shit's scary. At least PC won't explode. That is why damn she's
You know, you'll get why staying at that place is so dangerous for me. I know a lot of trust is getting to me or like that, but man, thank you for saying you'll be able to talk about this.
Dusty seems to believe he's outsmarted the cops, thinking he's there to provide valuable intel as the victim. But he will soon find out that he's actually a suspect in the cold-blooded murder of an innocent man.
I haven't shed a tear all day, you know, I've been going hard, you know. I'm so excited.
There's a gun place where I can buy guns. Is only 13 minutes. So that's fucking crazy. It just sounds so crazy to me. I know that there's like hunting. It's not even proper hunting, right? But as far as I'm aware, there's not any like proper hunting shit. There's farmers who I don't even know what it is. I'm not educated enough on this. I just know that there's people who do have guns here, and it's extremely hard to get unless you know somebody. You know, you gotta know someone who knows someone who knows someone, as far as I'm aware. But I think a lot of the time the police track it down before you even have a chance. You know? But obviously there was that one time where that guy did actually get past it. But there was a whole case on it. I've watched like loads of videos. There's some people who have covered the case, like decently big, like YouTubers and stuff. And that guy was mentally not right. But as far as I'm aware, he's also a major fucking piece of shit. So it does not surprise me. But yeah, kind of crazy how he even got hold of one. I think there has been a rise in like gun crime, definitely.
How long have you been doing it? What, this kind of work? Not very long. That was my first. I think everybody knows that. From the get-go. You know, thank you for this deep psychological diagnosis. It's helping a lot. Good.
Listening closely to Dusty's words, it seems as if he's openly admitting to the murder. Although his statement is scattered and unclear, it gives detectives the impression that he's acknowledging responsibility without fully grasping the seriousness of his actions. But Dusty's bizarre admissions wouldn't stop there, as he continues rambling incoherently.
I was brushing, and then he tried to take gasoline on me, because you saw how I was rolled up and down there. Dude, I thought I was just doing it for the other. You know what I mean? Because that was my intention. Everybody knows that. I then managed to hit that Neo UI and come out like that. I don't know how I do it sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, when I'm just experimenting in the house with blades, like before back when I took the butcher knife and threw it in curved like that. I mean, shit, I don't know how I do it, sir. I just know with my beautiful mind that it's a three-way. Yeah. You know, it's the photographic, the audiogenic intake, and then the living intake. Yeah. You know, if y'all don't ever think I'm so amazed at
This guy is talking so much bullshit.
Man, I never thought it would be something like that, but my God, what that thing was.
Well,
I do genuinely feel for people who have schizophrenia. I do genuinely feel bad for them. But then, like, there's people who know that they need to be taking their meds. I kind of like the line of mental health is so like hard to kind of navigate. But like, oh my God, just have your meds, you know, like please, like this shit happens all the time. But I just feel so genuinely bad.
Dusty's ramblings could be interpreted
Well, it doesn't excuse him obviously
as
killing
an
anybody.
admission
But
that James was his first murder. The statement is buried in a mix of delusions about retinoids, his photographic memory, and other incoherent claims. The detective picks up on this and pushes further, trying to separate fact from fiction in Dusty's fractured account.
For me to verify everything that
my model
see elsewhere,
I can barely even see what.
I know you're not mad at me. That's just I don't want you to think I'm asking questions. Others like think my personality is I can't talk to people. I can't do that. Yeah, but I don't want you to think I'm being an expert. I am very relieved that we were having this conversation.
Dusty claims he's not mad and that people don't understand how he communicates. This shows he might have a twisted view of himself, possibly because of paranoia, delusions, or mental illness. What's strange is how calm and relieved Dusty seems. Most guilty people would be nervous or scared during an interrogation, but Dusty is different. He seems to still believe he's the victim and doesn't grasp the seriousness of his actions. Instead of taking responsibility, he thinks people just don't understand him. This becomes even clearer when Dusty asks one final question to the detective.
Will I be able to go home? I'm going to figure that out. Yeah, because am I going to jail or we're going down to dance? We're going to have to figure that kind of out because you know how this thing kind of goes from here. I guess. I'm going to come talk to you about it. Just okay?
After this bizarre exchange, the detective had heard enough to know it was time to wrap up the interrogation. Dusty's lack of remorse and distorted grip on reality made it clear they were dealing with someone who didn't fully understand the weight of his actions. According to the pathology report, the victim, James Leidendecker, was subjected to horrific torture before his death. His body showed severe blunt force trauma, including cuts, bruises, and fractures to his face, nose, ears, and mouth. His eyes had severe bleeding, and many of his teeth were broken. The injuries also extended to his neck, with heavy bleeding in the muscles and a broken hyoid bone, suggesting he had been strangled. His torso displayed several broken ribs, and internal bleeding was found in his chest and abdomen. One of the most disturbing details from the report was that James had been exposed to gasoline. His skin had begun to slough off in areas, and a strong smell of gasoline was found on his arms, thighs, and hands. Gasoline was also detected in his lungs and stomach, indicating he had inhaled and swallowed it before he died. This made the murder even more gruesome. Dusty was processed for forensic evidence and transported to the Leon County Detention Facility. The witness statements, his vague confession, and the forensic evidence from the scene were enough to formally charge him. Dusty McDonald was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, and as of this video's upload, his case remains ongoing.
Well, there you are, guys. There you are. All kind of boiled down to mental health, I suppose. But still pretty fucked up. Still fucked up. Not gonna lie, schizophrenia sounds like a really scary thing. You end up watching a lot of cases where somebody's diagnosed with schizophrenia. They do some of the most horrific fucking shit to people. Like so scary.